الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم المبعوث رحمة للعالمين وعلى آله وصحبه ومن اهتدى بهديه إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد، حياكم الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Inshallah you are well. In the beginning, I want to remind you that our reflection last week was on verses from Surah Al-Layl. We looked at like the surah and many verses in the surah in the beginning, in the middle, to help us understand the verses at the end. The story about when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وسيجنبها الأتقى الذي يؤتي ماله يتزكى وما لأحد عنده من نعمة تجزى إلا ابتغاء وجه ربه الأعلى ولسوف يرضى. And the story was about Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu anhu when he أعتق Bilal ibn Rabah. أعتق means set him free. He went to the master or the person that owned Bilal, and he negotiated with him or asked him what is the price he names for him to buy Bilal from him. Then after he bought him and paid the money, he let Bilal radiallahu anhu go for Allah's sake, like free for Allah's sake. So what happened is that people started talking about that event. No one believes that this could happen. No one understands the logic behind buying someone should be a slave for you, to help you out, to do things for you, and then you just let them go. Does it make sense? So they started saying maybe he released him, which with what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said here in verse 19, that they say about him. Maybe they released him because there was a favor Bilal radiallahu anhu made for Abu Bakr before, and he was just paying that favor. Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu didn't say why he released him. He did it for Allah's sake. And what we learned from the surah, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who told us, told the reader, told the one who is looking at the story, that he did it ibtigha'a wajhi rabbih al-a'la. He didn't do it because there was a favor. He did it ibtigha'a wajhi rabbih al-a'la. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promised that he's going to be irda, he's going to be pleased, happy, satisfied, which means what he wanted, which is wajhi rabbil a'la, to please his Lord, to see his Lord. Then this is what he's going to get, because it's a promise, وَلَسَوْفَ يَرْضَى, from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we understood to look at our hearts. Why are we doing what we're doing when we do it? And it can be something really simple. Wa alaykum salam. Don't worry. It can be something really simple, like preparing the dinner for your family, or helping a member in the family that just had a new baby or just got out of the surgery. Or why are you doing that? You could be starting, or the start could be because people are saying, no, but you need to go. You need to go to help her. So you're going because if you don't help her, people say, maybe she didn't care. No, this is not the motivation, between brackets, only. This shouldn't be the motivation only. The reason why you would leave your house, and you stretch yourself by preparing maybe your meal extra early so you can save that time, so you can go to visit that family member or neighbor or sister in Islam to help her out. When you do that, you do it with clear goal in your heart. What is the goal? وجه ربه الأعلى, وجه ربي الأعلى. Seeking the Lord, the face of his Lord, the highest, subhanahu wa ta'ala. Why am I doing this? I want Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to admit me to Jannah. I want Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be pleased with me. In your heart, this is it. So people, if they say about it, may Allah reward them. If they didn't say about it, you're still going to do it. If they say Jazakallah khairan, you did, you accept their du'as with kindness. If they didn't say anything, you're still happy because that their happiness with you was not why you went. You went ابتغاء رضا الله سبحانه وتعالى and وجه ربك الأعلى. Okay, so that was our discussion last week. Today, inshallah, we have a different story to reflect on. The story happened, and we have a hadith from a Sahabi Jalil, Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu. So Abu Hurairah, for those that maybe don't know Abu Hurairah, he narrated many hadiths from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And he actually went to the Prophet ﷺ and asked about how that his memory is not the best. You see, subhanAllah, he remembered so many hadith, but he always wanted to learn more. He wanted to have more. So that situation that we're going to reflect on today and learn from it today happened with Abu Hurairah. Abu Hurairah is not his name. Abu Hurairah is his kunya. Huraira is in Arabic is a little hirra. Hirra is a cat, and Huraira is a kitten. You tell me, okay, don't you people in Arabic call cat qitta or something like that? I say, yes, it's another way. We call as well qitta, and the little kitten from qitta would be qutayta. You see? So in Arabic, there is a way to make, to form like, let's say, a word for things that appear smaller. So kitab, for example, could be the book. If it's smaller, we call it. Any of you heard the smaller of kitab before? Kitab is a word you know. So Abu Hurairah, you know his name. So you know Hurairah is little kitten and Hirra is the cat. What about kitab, which is the book? The little of the book is called kutayib. Kutayib. So kutayib is a small book. So if someone give you kutayib, means they give you a smaller book. You see? So, and so on. This, I know this is not the main point, but for you to understand the name of the Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu, or the kunya of Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu. So he said, وَكَّلَنِي رَسُولُ اللَّهِ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمْ بِحِفْظِ زَكَاةِ رَمَضَانِ. So Muhammad sallallahu chose him, Abu Hurairah, and he wakkalahu. Wakkala means he gave me the responsibility. He put me in charge of zakat Ramadan specifically. So people that want to give zakat and at the end of Ramadan to be given to the poor and Eid, they will give to him and he will have the key to that place with all the rice and the grains and everything. Okay, so فَأَتَانِ آتٍ. One time he's checking on his, like on the things that he's responsible for, and he found a person there. أَتَانِ آتٍ, a person came. فَجَعَلَ يَحْثُو مِنَ الطَّعَامِ. And this person, like as Abu Hurairah is looking at him, he's taking from the food. So فَأَخَذْتُهُ. So I took him, like he actually held the man or the person. فقلت. So I said, لأرفعنك إلى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم, which means I will take you to the messenger, because this is the zakat al-fitr and you are taking without permission from zakat al-fitr. If he's poor and he needed help, as you can see, it's already for zakat, it's already for the poor. He would simply have to go to Abu Hurairah and say, I need, and Abu Hurairah will arrange because he's in charge of that. But what he did was different. He went to take without asking. So we don't know his situation. So when Abu Hurairah found him, he said, I'm going to take you to the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So he answered, Inni muhtaj, I am in need. Wa alayya عيال, and I have children. Wa bi hajatun shadida, I'm in severe need. These are the words that the person told him. So فخليت عنه. Abu Hurairah said, so I let him go. Why? So imagine, you have to understand the position Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu in as well. And we have to understand why he does what he did. That is our part from our reflecting on the story. Imagine that you are put, like Abu Huraira, in a responsibility like this, that people in your community will give the zakat for you in a room you own, in an extra room you have in your house, in a room you have in your shop, and you will save all the zakat. Imagine opening the door to check on the zakat that everybody brought, and you found a person there taken from the zakat, like the rice or the grain, whatever it was there, without asking. So now it's up to you, because you're in charge. You're going to be responsible in front of the person who put you and give you that responsibility. So he said, because he said, I'm in need, I have children, I have a severe need, he let him go. فأصبحت, and then when it came the morning, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he has the wahi already. So فقال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam asked him, يا أبا هريرة ما فعل أسيرك البارحة. So Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam is asking a question to tell him, I know the whole story, I just want you to tell me what happened. So what is the question? Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, the Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam question is, what did your prisoner do yesterday? Why is he called prisoner? Because Abu Huraira, as you can see, had him in custody, had him under his responsibility. And he could decide to let him go, and he could decide to keep him. So he said, ما فعل أسيرك البارحة? What did your prisoner do yesterday? So قلت, Abu Huraira now speaking, I said, يا رسول الله, O Messenger of Allah, شكا حاجة, he complained about a need, وعيالا, and children, and people responsible under him, under his care. Look at his reason. فرحمته. What does فرحمته mean? If we know, write in the text, don't speak, because I would like to upload this on the channel later, and when we speak or laugh or something like that, I will have to go back and edit it, and sometimes not easy for me to do. So if you can participate, please, or you don't mind to have your voice recorded, of course, then speak. Otherwise, write in text, please. So he said, yeah, فرحمته, I had mercy on him, because he said, I have those people, and I'm looking after, and I'm poor, and I'm in need. فخليت سبيله. So خليت سبيله, I let him go, already proved that Abu Huraira had authority to not let him go. But he chose to, because of what that person said, I am poor, and I am. Okay, so then look what Muhammad said. We already know he is speaking with the wahi. فقال صلى الله عليه وسلم أما إنه قد كذبك. أما إنه قد كذبك. You realize a word here, كذبك. What does كذبك mean? You understand كذبك? أما إنه قد كذبك. He lied to you. كذبك, the kaf at the end means to you. Indeed, he lied to you. And then Muhammad ﷺ told him as well future information that Abu Hurairah didn't know. He told him, وَسَيَعُودُ. سَيَعُودُ, he will return. He will come back. So, أَمَا إِنَّهُ قَدْ كَذَبَكَ, that's fact. Abu Hurairah didn't know that the man lied. سَيَعُودُ is future, is something from the wahi. Abu Hurairah didn't know, and that will happen, and Muhammad ﷺ told him it will happen. So Abu Hurairah said, فَعَرَفْتُ أَنَّهُ سَيَعُودُ. So I knew he's going to come back, because the Messenger ﷺ said, and this is how we trust Allah's words and how we trust Messenger ﷺ's word. You hear the Messenger say, if you do this, this will happen. You trust, you believe. Abu Hurairah believed, trusted. It's the Messenger of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so he believed and trusted. So he said, I knew he will come back. لِقَوْلِ, and he explained, لِقَوْلِ رَسُولِ اللَّهِ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمَ. So now, not only that he knows he's come back, he's going to be what? Imagine you are in his situation. And you have information, and it's verified, it's from the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that this person is coming back. So are you going to lock the door and go home? What are you going to do? Hmm. Okay, so فرصدته. So he was actually waiting for him. فرصدته. So he was waiting. The man came, entered like he did before. فجاء, he came. أن يحثو من الطعام, stealing or taking again a lot of food without asking again. فقلت, so I said, لا أرفعنك إلى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. أرفعنك means I will take you to the messenger to judge what he wishes in your because now this is again theft and for the second time. So لأرفعنك إلى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. قال, so he said, دعني, let me go, leave me. فإني محتاج, I am in need, I am poor. وعلي عيال, and I have children or people I look after. لا أعود, like I won't do it again. So this time he increased few things. First, he said دعني, let me go, because he already saw that Abu Hurairah let him go for the first time. So now he is making it as a request, specific request. Let me go. And he repeated, I am poor, I'm in need, I have children or people under my care. لا أعود, this is something extra. He's promising not to come back. لا أعود, I don't come back. I don't do it again. So Abu Hurairah said, فرحمت. Sound familiar? فرحمت. My sisters, فرحمت. So I had mercy on him. I felt mercy for him. Took pity on him. Okay. فخليت, but we don't say pity for rahmah. You see, rahmah is different than being shafaqa. Shafaqa is pity, Romana. But this is rahmah. What he said, what Abu Bakr said, it's about mercy. So فرحمته, so I had mercy on him and I let him go. فأصبحت, and now it's the next, not the morning, for the second time. أصبحت فقال لي رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يا أبا هريرة ما فعل أسيرك البارحة. Abu Huraira, what did your prisoner do yesterday? So قلت, I said, Abu Huraira speaking, يا رسول الله, O Messenger of Allah, شكا, he complained, حاجة, need, عيالا, children or people in his care. فرحمته, so I had mercy on him. فخليت سبيله, so I let him go. Second time. فقال, now Muhammad sallallahu speaking, إنه قد كذبك وسيعود. What does that say? إنه قد كذبك وسيعود. Comparing to the previous response, can you tell what Muhammad sallallahu is telling Abu Hurairah? كذبك وسيعود. He lied to you. The ka is you. He lied to you. Indeed, he lied. Okay, and wasaya, this is the second time. But then wasayaud. Sayaud meaning he will be back or he will come back. So although the man said لا أعود, لا أعود, Muhammad still said he will come back. So now, if you are again in Abu Huraira's situation, you have now two opposite statements from the person that keep coming and for the second time and stealing and saying, I won't do it again. I won't come back. And from the Messenger Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and the Messenger said, he will come back. Where your heart will be. Of course, here we're talking about the messenger, but you could be receiving a word from a wise person, an older person. You tell them, okay, this and this happened to me. What do you think? Of course, here you go with the Prophet ﷺ. You will believe the Prophet ﷺ, not only because he's the messenger ﷺ only, but again, because he already told you before, he told him before, and what he said was true. Because he is the messenger ﷺ and he has wahi. But in our day-to-day, maybe we have an advice from an older or wiser person, and we say, okay, I did this and this, what you should do? Do you think I should call? Do you think I should go? Do you think I should buy? And the other person could give you an advice. Could tell you, okay, from what I heard from you, I think best if you stay away from this person, or best if you don't call back, or best if you call back. So having the advice and not doing anything with it is like having guide to show you the way, and you ignore the guide. You could seek another person's advice to make sure that you have the right one. And if they both said the same or close, then you should go with that. You pray istikhara and you go with their opinion. That's why Muhammad said, that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, and I will as well mention the story that what Muhammad said, وَشَاوِرْهُمْ فِي الْأَمْرِ. شَاوِرْهُمْ فِي الْأَمْرِ is from Allah. Consult, ask what everyone sees in the matter. And Muhammad encouraged the istishara. Istishara means what? You seek consultation. You look for opinion. Here, Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu had the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam with him, so that he would be what the source of the order. He said he lied to you and he will come back. So he believed that, and that's why he said فَرَصَدْتُهُ الثَّالِثَةَ. فَرَصَدْتُهُ الثَّالِثَةَ. So I waited for him third time. I waited for him third time. So, and the man came and he started يحثو من الطعام, came and start again for the third time. Although he said he won't come back, he still came and he started stealing from the food again. فأخذته. So I took him. Took him means what? Like he held his arm, he held his clothes. أخذته فقلت لأرفعنك إلى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. I'm going to take you to the Messenger صلى الله عليه وسلم. And then he said, وهذا آخر ثلاث. This is the last of 3 times. And he's deciding now. He's taking a decision. This is the last time. And it's the third time. You say you won't come, and then you show up. Then you come. So he said, the man said, دعني, leave me, let me go. فإني, indeed I, أعلمك, I teach you, كلمات, words, I teach you words. ينفعك الله بها. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you benefit from these words. You see, so now he's again doesn't want to be taken to the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And he's saying, if you leave me, because I'm going to teach you words, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala benefit you with. So Abu Huraira said, what are they? Ma hunna, what are you going to teach me? As you can see, this person did what? Does this person lie? Lies, steals, but he still want to offer an advice. He said, I'm going to teach you words. He lies and he steals, as you can see. And not only one time, many times he promised and he failed the promise and he go back to his word. But now he's saying, I will teach you words Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala benefit you with. So Abu Hurairah said, okay, what are they? So he said, when you go to your bed, read Ayat al-Kursi. Read Ayat al-Kursi. Ayat al-Kursi, I believe, inshallah, all of us know it. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يؤوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم. So he said, if you go to your bed, read Ayatul Kursi. Indeed, you're going to have a keeper from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on you, and no shaitan will come near you until the morning. He said, you're going to have a keeper from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and no shaitan will come near you until the morning. So he said, فَخَلَّيْتُ سَبِيلَهُ. So I let him go for the third time, but for a different reason, as you can see. فَأَصْبَحْتُ. So here the morning again. فَقَالَ لِي رَسُولُ اللَّهِ صلى الله عليه وسلم. Rasul صلى الله عليه وسلم asked me, Abu Huraira speaking, مَا فَعَلَ أَسِيرُكَ الْبَارِحَةِ. What did your prisoner do yesterday? قُلْتُ. I said, Ya Rasulullah, O Messenger of Allah. He claimed that he's going to teach me words that Allah benefits me with. فَخَلَّيْتُ سَبِيلَهُ. So I let him go. So Muhammad ﷺ asked, what are the words? ما هي? قُلْتُ. He said, if I go to my bed and I read Ayat al-Kursi, min awwaliha, from the beginning until the end, from Allahu la ilaha illa huwa, until the end, وقال لي, he told me, لا يزال عليك من الله حافظ, that there is a keeper, protector from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on you, and no shaitan will come near you until the morning. So the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, أما إنه صدقك. إنه قد صدقك. Are you familiar with the word صدقك? أما إنه صدقك. He told you the truth. He told you the truth. وهو كذوب. You see, the word كذوب is different than the word كاذب in Arabic. كاذب is someone who lies, you're right. But كذوب is the one that continue to lie. Lies and lies and lies and lies and continue to lie. So the one who continue to lie rarely says the truth. But this time, he did. So the Prophet ﷺ confirmed, he told you the truth. But he is actually liar, not only liar, someone continuously lying. And then he said, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, تعلم من تخاطب من ثلاثا يا أبا هريرة. Do you know who you have been speaking to for 3 nights, Abu Huraira? So I said, no. قلت لا. Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, قال ذاك شيطان. It was shaitan. Shaitan, not the shaitan. No, Romana. It's not saying that is the shaitan. It says a shaitan. Because there are so many shayateen. Iblis is shaitan, yes, but there's so many of them. Each one of them is called shaitan. So ذاك shaitan. And shaitan, the word shaitan, has something to do with going very far away from truth. No, it's not saying that in the hadith. It's not saying it is if it was alif lam ash-shaytan, maybe we understand that. But shaytan without the alif lam, it can mean any of them. So that is shaytan. So shaytan, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give them, or shayateen, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give them the ability to be in a human shape. And they could come and they talk, and as you can see, come back again and come back again in the same shape. So that's why Abu Hurairah, it was easy for him to see him and to identify his face for 3 nights in a row. So what happened there? As you can see, of course, I will hear from you what you take away and learn from the story. But shaitan, that shaitan was so important to him that is not held and taken to the Prophet ﷺ. And for that to happen, he gave away, as you can see, an information, important one, a knowledge about Ayatul Kursi. Because Shaitan knows if a person said Ayatul Kursi and went to sleep, they know that they cannot come near to this person during the night. They know that. They know that there is a keeper. So they had to give that away. They had to give that information away in order to be saved. So I will add some few more reflections, but I want to hear you. What do you take away? What do you learn from the Hadith, from this story in the Hadith? Please type when you can. And if there is a question and the part you didn't understand as well, we still have time. Okay, one of my sisters said, Shaitan like to steal food. Okay, even the bad person could say something good. Okay, that can happen. Ahsanti. We trust and believe everything the Prophet ﷺ said. Ahsanti Romana. One of my sisters also said, we should protect ourselves. But we don't protect ourselves. We seek Allah's protection for ourselves. You see, when you say we should protect ourselves as if we can do that. No, we seek the protection from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for us. Yes, that is best or closest to truth. Ahsanti. To recite Ayatul Kursi, Ahsanti, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will send on you or to you a hafid, a keeper. Remember, you cannot see the shaitan and you cannot see the angel, the keeper from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You couldn't see any of them. So if you don't say, if you say Ayatul Kursi, you won't be able to see the angel, but the angel will be there. The keeper from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be there. If you didn't say it, shaitan will be there. That may affect your sleep, that may affect you bad dreams or nightmares or something like that, or just not restful sleep in general. So, Ahsanti, so if we read Ayatul Kursi, there is a keeper from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us with the angel keeping or guarding until the morning. And shaitan will not come to you, will not only come to you, come near to you during that night. Okay, Ahsantum. What else? From Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu. So the mercy he had. And Muhammad sallallahu every time didn't tell him that he was wrong. Remember, every time he let the prisoner go, Muhammad sallallahu didn't tell him you were wrong to let him go. You did something wrong. You could, if it's under your responsibility and there is a room for mercy, put mercy. You see, it's zakat money anyway, which means people don't mind that a poor person eat them or take them. What was going on wrong, that the man was going every time, taking without asking, maybe taking more than he need. And he's only one. And he went there 3 nights in a row. So when you have a place to apply mercy, why not? Do apply it. And here we're talking about situation like that, but there's so many situations during the day that require your mercy with your spouse, with your parents, with your sisters or brothers, with your children, with your neighbors, and so on. Even with yourself. Sometimes we come so hard on ourselves on something we did by accident. And because we think the other person will not have mercy on us. So we start by not having mercy on ourselves. That doesn't mean that we have to feel good when we do something wrong. Yes, doing something wrong needs regret, not to do it again. But after the regret and after asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for forgiveness and tawbah, you should trust in Allah's forgiveness and tawbah. See if you can return the right to the person. But it is not on you to not to treat your own self without mercy. Have mercy on yourself. Having sabr, ahsanti, having sabr, you can see that from what Abu Hurairah was saying, 3 nights, and he still goes and he still finds the same man, and the same man do the same behavior, and out of mercy and out of sabr on him, but he said it every time, out of mercy, he let him go. One of my sisters as well said sometimes even though the Prophet ﷺ kept telling him that he lied and he ahsanti, because he was in need, he kept helping him, ahsanti. Something else, knowledge. You see, in the 3rd occasion, when Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu let that man go, although he came for the 3rd time and lied for the 3rd time and all that, because he said, I will give you knowledge. And he said, kalimat yanfa'uka Allahu biha. That is any believer's heart will go for these words. If someone said, I will teach you words Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala benefit you with, or beneficial words, or words from the Quran, this is where you find your heart opens right away. And Abu Hurairah didn't mind, radiallahu anhu, to receive that from the man who kept stealing and lying for 3 nights. When he said, I have that few words that Allah benefits you with, he was open to them. And then he told him about Ayatul Kursi. So you can, if someone offer you knowledge and that you forgive them. So someone did something not acceptable for you. And they say, would you forgive me if I teach you this? Would you forgive me if I teach you this hadith I know from the Prophet ﷺ? Always open your heart and say, okay, I accept, I take it. Okay, what is the hadith? Tell me. Once you receive that, that's peace already. And you don't have to worry about if they do it again, if they don't do it again, as long as they offered knowledge for you, useful knowledge from Quran, from hadith, take it and forgive them. Imagine if this happened every time, that someone will tell you, I know this hadith of the Prophet ﷺ said, would I teach it to you and you forgive me? What would you do? We would gain so much knowledge, ahsanti. But what would you do? Honestly, do we have a second thought? We would take it, because what is in there is it's knowledge from Quran and Hadith, useful knowledge for you, so you take it. MashaAllah, ahsantum, jazakumullah khairan. So this is the reference for the hadith. The hadith you can find in Riyadh al-Salihin. It's Rawahu al-Bukhari, as you can see, Riyadh al-Salihin, and this is the reference for it. Please, if you have Riyadh al-Salihin home, open the book, find the hadith, read the hadith, underline, write the notes we just said in a paper or in a post-it, and put it inside there. So when you come back and read it, it's a reminder for you. And of course, sunnah.com is here as well, and you can print the hadith, and you can do the same if you don't have the book. Jazakumullah khairan for joining me. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us a beneficial knowledge. Allahumma ameen. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from shaitan. اللهم إنا نسألك الجنة وما قرب إليها من قول وعمل ونعوذ بك من النار وما قرب إليها من قول وعمل. Inshallah, we'll speak next time. Before I say assalamu alaikum, I have read your messages and your suggestions regarding Ramadan and regarding Asma'ullah subhanahu wa ta'ala al-Husna. And inshallah, I will announce the day we're going to start talking about Ramadan. It's going to be maybe a week or two before Ramadan, like the 2 Fridays before Ramadan we start, because it always takes 2 times. One time to remind you with all the rules, to get ourselves charged again for the month, and another time for the questions if you have any. Then we have maybe a plan with Allah's permission what to do. regarding learning from Allah's subhanahu wa ta'ala's most beautiful names and attributes. And may Allah guide us to which is best. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.